Welcome to the Ragged Scratch Podcast, the new writing night in podcast form. We're a little rough around the edges, you won't find any glossy, high production value epics here, but we're committed to telling a diverse and eclectic range of stories, putting the writing first. Here's a sneak peek of what's coming up in Season 1.
I know everything about the tape, the photos. Tonight, 11 o'clock, alone.
They're not even saying why they arrested her. They can't even be bothered to try and make it seem legitimate.
When was the last time you felt God?
Last night. Someone was on their knees.
The baby's crying again. Not Billy. The other one. The hiccup.
Welcome one and all to Merely Role Players, where theatrical people play role-playing games. I'm Matt, I'm your host and game master for this season, and this episode we are going to fill in Josh's character sheet for him.
Hooray!
Are you ready to discover what sort of castaway you're going to be?
I was born ready. Let's do this.
For anybody who hasn't listened before, the way that we do stats, that we generate stats on Merely Role Players, is the other players at the table choose them for you based on what they know about your personality. So, the three stats are Instinct, Intellect, and Resolve. One of them is going to be a +1, one of them is going to be a 0, and one will be a -1. What does anybody feel about what Josh's stats should be?
Please be kind.
Straight away, I was thinking Instinct 1. Resolve 0, Intellect -1.
Really? I would have said Resolve 1, just because he's a marathon runner, man.
That is true.
Like,
I forgot about this. He runs
long distance
and
athletes.
swims, yeah.
If there's a 26 mile of tarmac road, it'll be absolutely fine.
Like, definitely one for Resolve.
Then I would switch Resolve and Instinct. It's not that he's not clever. He's a very clever man. But
it's okay, this is a safe
Resolve
space. You can...
and Instinct seem...
We just have no respect for you, Josh.
That's absolutely... I'm looking forward to your turn.
I've realised this discussion might be quite Strat and Starkey heavy because Nat has only just met Josh.
Hi.
Hello, how are you? I'm Josh.
I'm not.
Did you listen to Let's Get Gideon?
I did, yes.
So you know a little of him from that, at least.
I roll really badly, that's all you need to know.
I'd have said 1 Resolve, 0 Intellect, -1 Instinct.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I would have lent towards. But I'm happy to give them all -1 for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can arrive shell-shocked and with amnesia. Yeah, it's quite tricky because I always had plans that I was going to do a bit of exploring and a bit of sort of wild manning and swinging through the trees. But I can still do that, but just very poorly if my instinct is a -1.
Yeah.
So it's based on
I think 1 Resolve. Okay, this is what I would have given you. Based on what you just said as well, I think knowing you and what you would like, which I know we shouldn't be doing, 1 Resolve, 0 Instinct, -1 Intellect then.
Yeah.
Agreed. Joshy?
I'm happy with that, so sorry, just that's 1 to my Resolve, because marathon. Yeah. That's 0 to my Instinct. Yes. 0 to my Instincts, cause instincts, and -1 to my Intellect, cause stupid.
Yeah. Because you've never been shipwrecked on an island before.
Well, this is my big revelation moment.
Don't know what to do there.
Josh, are you happy with that? You have the opportunity to swap 2 over if you think that is not going to support how you would like to play this game, or if you feel personally offended by any of those choices.
Matthew, I'm almost always offended by what Starkey and Strat say about me. But I'm very happy. Let's let the dice roll. Let me be a stupid marathon runner. I'm happy.
Wonderful. Okay. Also, as part of this character creation, you get a special move and an element, which is a situation in which you always have +1. And as part of that discussion, while you're telling us what sort of things you would like in those areas, let's talk about what is your role on the ship before you're shipwrecked. in this performance that your theatre company has been doing for the cruise ship attendees.
Shall I start with that then?
If you like. Yeah.
So my role on the cruise ship. So I think we spoke about this briefly off air about us being more of a variety performance, as it is a cruise ship, and with no disrespect to anybody that's been on a cruise ship before, but I don't think it's the forum for high drama and for intellectual theatre. Apologies once more. So I think we're variety. I think that we're a variety act. So I would like to be a tap dancer, please.
Very well.
I'm thinking sequins. I'm thinking fake tan. I'm thinking bright white smile. To keep everybody happy. I've probably got a really early slot. I'm not in the prime time slot. I'm probably like the warm-up act or something for everybody else.
Solo tap dancer.
Solo tap dancer.
Oh, you're not part of like a chorus line or troupe, or it's just...
Yeah, no, I could be. Yes, no, I'm part of a lineup. And I'm not even in the middle. I'm sort of off to one side. The lights don't quite hit me, and
So
the mics don't pick me up very well.
Stage
So
left.
exactly.
You're in that Morecambe and Wise sketch where they're always booting one of them off into the wings. You just see one arm and one leg.
I'm getting really frustrated because my side of the stage has got a sort of a bank of speakers at one side, and I'm just constantly behind it, so just constantly sort of looking out to the side. So that is going to be my role.
No.
There's probably like one old lady in the audience that notices you and watches you every time, and she's like, she's your biggest fan, and
My super fan.
She comes to you in the bar afterwards and is like, I thought you did really well.
God, let's hope she survives the shipwreck then.
No.
So yes, that's going to be my role.
And then doesn't have to directly translate, but then when it comes to being cast away on a desert, on not necessarily a desert, a deserted remote island, what sort of things do you think what sort of skills do you think you might bring to the table?
Well, I think that I've perhaps watched one too many Ray Mears documentaries and one too many series of Bear Grylls, and I probably saw Cast Away when that first came out, Tom Hanks' film, of course. So I think that this is an opportunity for me to become a bit of a wild man, to become a bit of a wild card, and sort of go off exploring as much as I can do. So that is going to be my role, is going to...
Real team player, eh, Josh?
Real team player.
Great.
Scout ahead, keep an eye on everybody, try and become one with nature.
You have +1 while trying to move silently in your tap shoes.
Absolutely, yes. And I have a -1 overall to evade danger, so I'll be prepared to tick my injuries.
You just hit...
Yes. I'll be
on that tarmac marathon.
On that, yeah, absolutely. Wearing my shiny sequin vest top that just reflects the sunshine. Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so your element is that you have +1 to evade danger by moving silently, as opposed to, for instance, by like creating a distraction or what have you. And then your special move is a bit of a narrative control sort of one, where you get to, if we're following action with some of the other characters, and you haven't been in it for a while, and you feel like it might be advantageous to suddenly appear out of the wilderness where you've been exploring by yourself, you can roll to see if you can do that and how prepared you will be when you emerge.
Absolutely. I'm keeping one eye on the group at all times. I'm not interested in running off by myself and leaving everybody to potentially die.
Okay, you like a little bit of space to yourself, but always within earshot.
You are a team player. I take back my sarcastic comment from...
That's quite all right, Chris. I mean, you fired a lot of negativity at me so far in this episode, so it's all fine.
Hey, the negativity!
This is getting off to a blinding start. Lots of teamwork.
I'm going to eat you on the island.
I've got a feeling we share a dressing room on the ship, and we're constantly fighting for mirror space.
Yeah,
so. Excellent.
That's my fake turn of using.
All right, I think in that case, Josh, unless you have anything else to add, I believe you're ready to join the island.
Tap, tap, tap. Yes.
You've been listening to Merely Role Players. In this season, Vikki, Dave, Ellen, Alex, Nat, Strat, Starkey and Josh all play themselves, sort of, in a game designed and run by Matt. Like most of our games, this one's powered by the apocalypse. You can find more games in this genre at apocalypse-world.com/pbta. If you enjoy the programme, let us know with a review or rating on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Listen Notes, or wherever you do your listening. You can also find us on Twitter @merelyroleplay and at facebook.com/merelyroleplayers. Merely Roleplayers is an independent production in association with Blackshaw Theatre Company. Join us for more drama next episode.